Good evening guys and welcome to tonight's video. I'm going to talk tonight about stress and how it can impact your weight loss and your health, okay? Now stress can be good in some instances, little bits, help to keep us motivated and energetic. However, I'm going to talk about the effects of having too much stress in your life, okay? So to better understand this, we can look at how one way we can categorize our brain function, okay? And we can look at sympathetic and parasympathetic activity. Okay, now your sympathetic is like your fight or flight, and your parasympathetic is like what we call like your rest and digest activity. Okay, now you can imagine that most of us spend a lot of the time in sort of sympathetic activity. Okay, like our jobs, our homes, bills, relationships, traffic, and so many other stressors just keep us in constant sympathetic activity, okay, or that fight or flight mode. Okay, now fight or flight is great in very small and acute instances, okay? So for example, you probably always hear the story when this is mentioned about our ancestors who would use it to run away from saber-toothed tigers. However, that was short and quick. Okay, so it made them run faster, okay, and get away quicker, okay. Now the problem is that we're in that mode all the time because of those stresses that we have all day, okay. Now that is not a good thing, okay. In fact, chronic sympathetic activity leads to high circulating cortisol and adrenaline, okay. And the problem with this is that during this state, while we're in this high sort of sympathetic state as such, our non-critical functions are inhibited. So things like our digestion, our liver metabolism and detoxification, our cellular repair, our immune function and our reproduction, okay? Now, because of this, in essence, we end up with poor blood sugar management and insulin resistance, depression, sleep deprivation and carb cravings, decreased thyroid conversion and reduced metabolism, altered sex hormone activity, and amino acid loss from skeletal muscle. Okay, so sort of to summarise, the net result is we have hormonal havoc, reproductive dysfunction, and muscle loss and fat gain. So not ideal really. And the problem is as well, it doesn't even stop there, because when we're in a constant state of sympathetic activity and we've got this cortisol and adrenaline pumping around our systems all the time, our adrenal glands actually start to slow production of these hormones, and that eventually results in chronic fatigue. So we just end up tired all the time, okay? So as you can imagine, we need to get out of this state. We need to stop being so sort of in this fight or flight mode all the time, okay? Now there are lots of ways that you can do this. I'm going to share with them in the next video just because I don't want these videos to go on too long. So, you know, just as a summarisation as such, we need to get out of this constant stress because it's hurting our weight loss, but it's also hurting our health. Okay, so hopefully you got some value from that. If you did, please feel free to like, comment and share. As I said, tune in tomorrow because I'll give you some very quick and easy tips on how to de-stress and relax. And get out of that, you know, that fight or flight mode, that high stress mode all the time, and just, you know, prevent these outcomes that can occur through being in this state all the time. Okay, so hopefully I'll see you on the video tomorrow night. Thank you for tuning in and have a great evening.